Hey there, Jeffrey here from Sephora Pro.
Hi guys, I'm David from Sephora Pro as well.
And we're coming back at you with another category video.
So fun!
Ooh, so exciting. So last fall, we did a video all about mascaras, which is kind of one of the categories that we have in Sephora. And you guys loved that video. It was basically like how to shop mascara. So we wanted to bring you that again, but in another category. So today, we're going to be talking all about eyeliners. Yeah.
So fun. I definitely think that this is a category that a lot of people want to know about. They want to feel comfortable walking into the store. There's a huge assortment and every, Sephora you go into, it's just overwhelming. So hopefully we're going to be able to break down this category, really guide you to what's best for you, what you're looking for, and all that stuff. Plus have some fun along the way. We have a model. We're going to show you some looks. So I think you guys will really enjoy this.
So if you are trying to shop for a new eyeliner, you don't know where to start, or you walk into the store and you're like deer in the headlights, this video is for you.
Yes. So let's jump in and let's start with the classic.
So the first category that we're going to talk about is liquids, like traditional liquids. So we have two formulas here. The first, and I think the most traditional, is going to be like a dip well formula.
Right.
This is from Makeup Forever, and this is called the Ink Liner, and this is the eyeliner, the matte liquid eyeliner. I chose this formula specifically because I really do love how matte it is. I think that a lot of times when you get to different formulas, you can find that it's going to finish differently. So if you're looking for something that's like a true dark, rich black, this is a really great one to grab.
I think the key here is when it comes to liquids, not all liquids are equal.
Right.
Some brands intentionally like creating almost a vinyl look to the liquid.
Which is kind of what yours is like.
So I've got this is a classic Kat Von D tattoo liner. I mean, this is the newer approach to liquid liners. These are more the felt tip pens or the brush tip pens, as opposed to like a dip formula. This has a distribution of the product in here. It's like a pen, so it's going to come out no matter what. Whereas this, you do have to re-dip, like an old school quill kind of like I'm writing a letter here. But with these especially, I do feel a lot of the brands have their own sort of perspective on what the finish should look like.
Right.
And that's a key thing. That's a great thing for you when you are in store to swatch it, let it dry, give it 5 minutes, swatch another one, swatch another one. It's not just about the writing technique, it's about what it looks like. Because you'll notice when you swatch a couple of them, they're going to all look a little different. Some might be really reflective, some might be really matte and sort of dark. So whatever your end result is, I think it's about kind of finding that brand that matches for you. But let's talk about what they're great for.
Yeah, so when you're using a liquid liner, it's generally for a look that's really precise, something that's a little bit more graphic, something that maybe like your traditional cat eye, or like maybe a graphic wing liner, or like, I don't know.
Sharp
exactly.
looks. This is not a product that you can really smudge.
No.
It doesn't smudge. It doesn't work that way. The product itself will fight you if that's what you're looking for. So when you are using this product, you really want to think it's for precision and it's for outside the eye. Liquid liners, liquid anything does not go in the waterline. It does not tight line. It's a no-no. There's usually alcohol in these products. That's what makes that liquid dry down. It's not something you want to put in the eye. So again, you really want to use this for your classic graphic looks.
And actually, as we've been talking, these have kind of dried a little bit, and you can kind of see now that, you've got a little bit more of a vinyl finish and more of a matte finish here, which is pretty cool.
For sure. You can definitely see the difference on those. Let's jump into these guys.
Yeah, okay. So outside of traditional liquid liners, there's kind of some in-between formulas, right? I feel like gel and cake liners kind of fall into that category. So I know a lot of people really love the Bobbi Brown gel liner.
I'm preferential when it comes to liners to pot liners.
Okay.
So this is the Bobbi Brown Long Wear Gel Eyeliner. I like a pot and I use it with a brush, a bent angle brush. This for me is my go-to for almost every liner look I do.
And I love this brush. We'll talk a little bit more about it
I'm going to get into this in a second.
For sure.
But these are really great because of the versatility for this. So a great way to think about this is kind of like you took your pencil crayon and you just took out the pencil part.
Yeah,
and just put all the product into a
jar.
pot.
Yeah.
So it gives me the freedom with this to do graphic. I can pick this up and use it as a smoky shadow. I can use it as the base of a shadow. I can do this smudgy. I can do this precise. This can go in the waterline. The sort of
It's
never-ending
versatility.
Possibilities with this.
Yeah.
So that's why I personally love this.
And then this one also is a long wear as well. So once you apply it, it's gonna set and stay. So it takes about maybe like 10 to 30 seconds. So when you're talking about smudging, it's important to remember that a lot of eyeliners have a little window of play time that you can kind of smudge it around or move it before it really locks into place.
Oh, one thing I wanted to talk about with this really quick, sorry, was actually because a big reason why I love this for graphic is when you are using a liquid a lot of times, if there is any shake or move to your hand, you might get a little, this is great for quick precision. It's a smooth precision. You have a little bit more control. So a lot of times when I'm doing stuff, it's on set and I have to change a look really quickly, I feel a little bit more control. Sorry, I had to let you all know my secrets.
No, it's not. No, totally. And actually, so that if that's a set favorite for you, actually, this is a set favorite for me. This is from Laura Mercier, and this is the traditional TIGHTLINE cake liner. Now, these are really cool because it's kind of like an old school. Like, this is like old Hollywood formulation, which is really cool. So basically what you do is you take it and you sort of mix it with water. So I actually pulled a little jar of water.
And this is something I feel a lot of people see and don't understand.
So you can actually take it and sort of wet the cake itself, and then it's turning it into a liquid liner, and then you can draw whatever shape you're wanting to draw. Now, the reason why I like this for liner sometimes, especially when I'm on set, is because since I'm mixing with water, it's water soluble. So like if I make a mistake, it's really easy to quickly fix, or you know, I can create change shapes really easily. So if you're somebody out there that's maybe learning how to do a cat eye, this is a cool formula for you to pick up and maybe try, because this again will give you the look of a liquid without the commitment.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's still going to wear.
It's a classic.
I find that it still wears really well as well.
It's a classic product, and it's really good for tight lining and getting in between the lashes because it dries down into that original powder cake.
Yeah.
Which is almost like the consistency of a kohl pencil. You know, it almost has that kohl kind of like, it just absorbs in it, you know.
And anytime you're putting it near the eye, I feel like it's super saturated as well, which is really nice.
It's a classic one.
So I do think this is a good time to start, you know, kind of segue into brushes, because the brushes are really going to help you to, you know, sort of dictate what shape you're doing, or, you know, it's basically an extension of your hands, right?
And also in the case of, especially when you're working with a pot or a cake liner, or, you know, I even use brushes with pencils.
Me too.
I will pick up with this, so I'm going to just start with this pencil. So this brush, this is the Pro Bent Liner. And what I love about this is it is bent. And what makes this great for me is the application. I have a lot of freedom in how this pointed.
It's very ergonomic.
Yes. And for a person who's applying on themselves, that's where this is even better.
I
So, like,
love it for
I
self-application.
feel like for me, it makes it so much easier. Like, I've forgotten what it's like to actually use a straight liner brush, but I know if you are applying on yourself, a lot of times the struggle is if this wasn't, you know, bent, you'd have to have your hand in really strange positions, whereas now it can kind of be in a more comfortable position,
and actually
you just kind of turn this guy and it just changes the angle that this brush is at, and it's really, this is a magical brush. I mean,
and I find too, because of this little crook in it, as you're working on yourself, it kind of pushes your lashes out of the way while you're drawing. So again, if you're somebody who has really long lashes or super curly lashes, this is another really great brush to grab, because you can get right down in the roots of the lash. One that I really love is the Pro Tapered Liner brush. So personally, I do a lot of graphic looks in my artistry. I'm very like liner and shape driven person. So I like this one because it's a traditional spade shape. So basically I can use it to kind of create points, or I can kind of sharpen up lines with it. It's really, really nice.
And I like about this one too is a quick, easy way to, if you like that thick liner, you use
Turn it
it
to the
flat.
side.
Boom. If you want a thin tail, turn it sideways. Boom. You've got thick, thin, There's your
And-
perfect cat eye, 2 steps.
Right, and since it's flat like a spatula, you can even use it to kind of put, you know, gel liner in the waterline
In the
if you want.
waterline, everything.
It's really nice.
And then, of course, you've got your angled liner brush, which is just sort of a classic, easy, chisel tip. I think a lot of people like this because if you struggle with the cat eye, it's almost like you could stamp it. Like you can pick up your product and you can, boom, boom, pop your tails into place and then swing around.
Swing it right onto the lash
And then
line.
you've got it. So this is a great beginner's brush. I remember when I first started makeup, this was my first liner brush. This was how I learned to apply, you know, all types of eyeliners actually. But yeah, and you know, with any of these brushes, you can pick up from a pencil, you can pick up from a cake, you can pick up from a pot. If you don't like the brush on your liquid, use a brush that you like.
Exactly.
Just pick it off of the thing and apply it. It's all about what makes it easiest for you.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay, so now we're ready to jump into one of the largest categories, which is the actual pencil liners.
Yes.
Now, I think that this is one of those traditional,
category.
It's kind of how a lot of people are introduced to eyeliner. I mean, I don't know how many girls out there in like junior high that are rocking that dark under smoky eye. You know what I mean? So like that's the look, right?
Yes.
So I mean, so let's talk a little bit about some nuances in formula.
Yes.
We do have a lot of options in Sephora, so let's break it down a little bit.
Yeah, so I mean, I think definitely you want to think about when you're thinking about a pencil, what are you going to achieve with this? So again, if you're going for a cat eye, a pencil is a little trickier to do that because to get that precision, unless you incorporate a brush with it. So, you know, think about pencils as great ways for just really effortless lining of the eye. This is what an eyeliner is for. It's to bring out definition in the eye. If you want to do a quick tight line, this is a great way to get a super natural look. You know, here I have the Pat McGrath, which is a new gel formula. So
we have a couple gel formulas that we'll talk about.
Yeah, and gel formulas are great because they dry down and they last really well and they're ultra smooth, ultra smooth.
Glide.
So glide is like, it's almost like a liquid in a pencil formula.
Right.
So something like this is great to just really get in between the lashes and just create that, there's no liner there, I just have really thick, long lashes, tight line. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're using a liner, you're lining your eyes, but it's not a liner look. You know, it's just to enhance the natural shape of your eye and to thicken and create depth to your lashes, to what your mascara cannot do. So that's a great formula for something like that. Plus this lasts. This particular Pat McGrath one
does not come
off. Does not come off. Does not come off. You will have this.
We'll talk a little bit about removal later too, because you know, honestly, that's literally just what the product is designing. It's doing what you're asking it to do. So we'll talk a little bit later about some best practice to remove some of these. But the next formula that I really love is also designed for tight line as well, and this is actually from Marc Jacobs, and this is called the Fine Liner, and it's a gel liner pencil as well. But what's really cool about this one is that it's a micro fine point. So this is really good for getting into the roots of the lashes. It's really great for anybody who wants to tight line or rim the bottom of the lash line.
It's also, this is, I found, is really good for those people who are still not comfortable with a liquid formula, but you want that just precise, close. You know, you want that line that goes right at the lash line and it's close and it's tight and it's precise and you're scared, you know, some of the liquids scare you. This is a great alternative for those of you who are more comfortable with a pencil formula. This is a great sort of innovation of the two.
Yeah, love this formula. And this is, it's the same gel formula that you find in the regular highliners. So again, this is budge proof. Will not move for you.
So now we've got our classic pencils. We're going to start talking about just the classic eyeliner pencils. This is the Makeup Forever Aqua XL. What I love about this particular one in general for me, I remember for myself and the work that I did, plus when I was in store, probably the #1 question was, how do I get something in the waterline that doesn't disappear? That doesn't end up smearing down my eye, you know. And with that comes just a quick thought. Understand that if you have watery eyes and you're putting waterproof mascara, waterproof eyeliner on, they're going to fight each other.
Yeah, they're not going to stick.
So my old method was I would put a kohl pencil on so it would absorb the water, and then I would put a waterproof pencil over it, and it would work, and it's
She's
great.
fancy.
I will layer an eyeliner so that lasts all day.
I love it.
But what I have found now is that the innovation is even our classic formulas, they are creating almost a kohl-like texture.
So it's
with
really
the water
saturated.
Well, it's the pencils are going on. They're absorbing some of that water themselves, and then they're self-waterproofing. And the Aqua XL, I have to tell you, in the matte black formula, has become like waterline. It doesn't move. You can have watery eyes. Try it. If you are one of those people who complains, I can't find a pencil to go on my Aqua XL, Makeup Forever, matte black. You will be the best, like, ever.
Does not smudge.
Ever. But other than that, your liners are definitely, these are classic eyeliners,
Okay, so moving on to, this is another kind of classic sort of cream formula in a pencil. And this is the Crayon Jumbo 12-Hour Waterproof Pencil from Sephora collection. This is actually really good because this kind of bridges the gap between liner and shadow, because it's a little bit thicker, a little bit fuller of a formula. So you can use this to create kind of like a chunky smudgy line almost, which is really great for sort of that soft smoky finish.
Soft smoky liners. I love a smoky liner. I love a cream base. So for me, these are must-haves in the kit. This particular formula, Sephora collection formula,
does not
budge
really,
it does not budge.
It does
not budge. I will say, if you want to use this as a shadow, don't put a primer down because it's not as strong as the priming capability of this.
Yeah.
So literally, this
is
on
all
its
you
own
need.
is all you need. Like, it will not budge. But like Jeffrey said earlier, again, if you plan on doing artistry with this, one eye at a time, because it will set and it's not going to move. But I love this product. I love. I have almost every color. There's multiple colors and shades. And this is a great product to take something like a smudge brush, like an eyeshadow brush. You can literally, if this intimidates you, you can, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so easy. I find like this is a great product. I see it's already setting.
Yeah, but you can see it's, you get a little bit of playtime with it. It's smudging slightly.
Nice. And I love a smoky liner with this. It's such intensity. It's so dark and beautiful, and the color ranges for these. This is like a nice new sort of hybrid product. And
then, okay, so all of the liners that we've been showing you so far have all been kind of like your neutrals, right? Like we've been using blacks and browns, but you can't forget color when it comes to liner. Like I know you and I talk about it a lot, and how much color can really change and enhance the eyes.
Love colored eyeliners.
Yeah, and it's a quick and easy way to insert color into a look without being overbearing. It's isolated, you can control it. So liner, if you're wanting to experiment with color and see what color does to your eye, liner is a really great place to start.
These are the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencils. I have an entire drawer of
just colors.
Colored eyeliners of almost every brand you can imagine.
I love it. He's like categorized.
I literally am obsessed with color. I think that they are often, people are scared of them because they think, I can never wear a green eyeliner like this. And you would be so shocked at how many people, when they put it on, the thing with color eyeliner is, it's very, I say, baby steps into colored eyeliner. Use it in the most simplest way you can think. Like to start, use it as just a line on top. Use it as just a line on bottom. Use it just in your waterline. Do a brown smoky eye up here and maybe take some green down here. You know, it's soft, easy usage that makes it look effortless and cool and brightens the eye up so much. I love to take two colored eyeliners and just do one color on top, one color on the bottom. Done. Mascara. It's a cool look. It's age appropriate for almost anybody. I'm a huge color colored eyeliner fan. Like,
For sure.
I cannot. My kid is always stocked with colored eyeliners.
For sure.
And every time I put it on somebody, they're like, I would have never thought I could have used that color.
And these metallic shades, I love metallic shades in the waterline sometimes too, because I feel like, you know, people get really nervous about black in the waterline and how it closes the eye.
Yes.
But I feel like when you use a metallic shade, it kind of cheats that out and it still keeps the eye open.
Because it gives the definition, but it also bounces some light. So it keeps it looking bigger, but it also gives you that definition.
Yeah.
It is a little tricky way to do a waterline and not
make it close it off.
Not close the eye, exactly.
Yeah.
So now we would be remiss.
Yes, we have to talk about how to take all this off.
How do you get them off?
So that is definitely important to talk about, like how to remove the eyeliner once you've applied them, and especially since we've talked a lot of really great kind of self-setting waterproof formulas.
I think most of these almost every one of these formulas up here is going to set and be waterproof for the most part.
So again, when you're thinking, we oftentimes hear it like, I want to wear the eyeliner, but I want to struggle to take it off.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's a catch-22, right? Yeah. Like you kind of have to.
Yeah. Well, it's also like, as I want the eyeliner, I don't want it to be down here at noon. You know what I'm saying? Like noontime, I have my eyeliner that was up here is now under my eye. So we have to make these products have to get more and more sort of stronger holds and stronger bonds and really waterproof and really self-setting. So
it'll save you time when you're removing your makeup if you have something that is specifically designed to take the eyeliner off.
Yes.
Now this is from Lancome. This is called Bifacil, and this is the double action eye makeup remover. So it's actually two phases. There's an oil and a liquid, like a solution, and basically you shake that up. Now the oil part is going to break down the makeup where the solution kind of sweeps it away. Now my best tip for this, especially when it comes to eyeliner, is to let the product do its thing. Let it do its job. So take the remover on a cotton round. And generally, I'd like to take it and sort of press it on what I'm trying to remove. So I'll just leave it there. A tip that I always recommend my clients is to actually just sing yourself a song, like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star or something like that. It'll pass the time, trust me, like it'll take your mind off of it. And before you know it, you're done with the song, you're done with taking your makeup off, right? So now it's had some time to sort of do its thing. That one is holding on there.
She's holding on for life, honey.
But you can see how much faster
she really holding on for life, honey.
What is that? That was
She's in it to win it.
Yeah. But you can see how much faster it takes to remove the makeup. You know what I mean? And then you can follow with your favorite cleanser and just get that squeaky clean feeling.
I have to say, this was something that I would often find with people who don't tend to wear a lot of heavy makeup, who could use a general cleanser, and then they would be like, oh, I don't wear liner or mascaras or stuff because I'm irritating my eyes removing it. And it really comes down to not having the correct thing. An eye makeup remover. It's not a makeup remover. It's an eye makeup remover. There is a real reason why these brands are creating products specifically for the eye, because one, the products that we put around our eyes, especially eyeliners, like you saw, tend to be really strong, and they are not going to budge. And you going like this with your, face soap and trying to rip it off is not only you're damaging and irritating your eye. It's just not necessary when we have these products that can just sit there for a second and then sweep away. It's such a better way to treat your eyes. In the long run, you'll be a lot happier about it.
So I guess it kind of goes back to that old proverb, a stitch in time saves 9. If you do it right the first time, really take it off, it'll come off super easy and you won't have to worry about it.
Exactly. Cool. Okay, guys, so hopefully you enjoyed this. We love doing these category videos. We can talk about one category all day long if you ask us to.
Exactly. But hopefully this answered some questions that you may have been having. Maybe it helped you pick a new formula that you're interested in trying. And if you are, and you do go out and pick up one of these formulas, let us know what you grab in the comment section below. We want to hear what liner you're purchasing and what you're planning on using it for.
Or what ones are your current, classic all-time favorites. I mean, I think everyone has a favorite. And I will say liners are very similar to the personalized way that skin is. So if you're like, I love Kat Von D's Trooper liner because I have really oily eyelids and it sticks through, you might be helping somebody else who's reading through these comments.
So tell us why.
It is a personal thing, and I love to hear why people love what makes it, their favorite product. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, so you can see new videos from us every single week. And until next time,
We'll see you soon.
bye.
Bye.